Goodbye.
I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere. Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum. Until next time.
Need something? Yes?
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. May the Eight guide you to the file.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Why are you still
I'd better get
standing
going.
around here? Go get me the file, you fool! I don't appreciate loiterers, if that's what you're here to do. I hope you have coin to spend, and you're not just here to gawk at my goods.
Come see me in the marketplace tomorrow. You won't find better prices in all of Eastmarch. Mm-hmm.
Still here. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then. I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry? Lead on.
Far I have traveled to bring you this food. Come and see what I offer. The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
All right, but if you get arrested, do not blame it on me. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Boasts to his friends that he's killed 3 bandits. A dog replies, "So, I killed 4." The cat pauses, looks at him and says, "Whoa, a talking dog!" Carry what I can. Right behind you.
Griffith told me not to talk to strangers. I think so too. Griffith and I are playing hide and seek. Oh, we're both hiding. The monsters are seeking. You're not a monster, are you? I don't have any parents. Francois at the orphanage said everyone has parents, but I'm not so sure. I've never met them anyway. But Grella the Kind once called me a worthless little Breton. So I guess they were Bretons. Yeah, I was so happy when Griffith came for me. I didn't like it there, none of us did. He's the nicest, bravest man I've ever met. One time he saved me from 3 monsters. Yeah, they wear all black and red because their skin is creepy and gross. Griffith says they're playing hide and seek with us. But I want to play with someone new. The monsters play too rough. Well, we were headed towards Windhelm when it was getting dark. We made a camp and prepared for bed. I got up to go to the bathroom. That's when the monsters came for me. They're sneaky monsters who like to come out of the dark. So when I saw them, I closed my eyes and screamed as loud as I could. I kept screaming until a hand closed my mouth shut. I was so scared. I thought the monsters got me. But then I heard a whisper, and I knew I was safe because monsters can't talk. I opened my eyes, and it was Griffith. Why? Why? Okay, this isn't fun anymore. Well, I know he doesn't sleep much. I think he has bad dreams or something. He also doesn't like to talk much. I only ever see him talk to me or the innkeepers, and even then he doesn't say much. I think he might be a little shy. Hey, why don't you try talking to him? You're really nice, so he might like talking to you. Yeah, go talk to him. I bet you two would make great friends. It wasn't fun. We had to wake up really early in the morning so Grella would have someone to yell at other than Constance. At 10 o'clock, she led us into the yard to play tag and chase bugs. But as she called us bringing one in, she gave us the belt. My favorite time was the afternoon. That's when we got to eat. Constance made sure we learned our table manners so Grella wouldn't get mad. Although she usually got mad anyway. One time I had my fork on the wrong side of the plate, and she stuck it into my hand. It hurt a whole bunch, but later Constance kissed it and told me to be strong. Her roar was named after a lion, but he cried more than he roared. I didn't like Runa, not after she squished the torch bug I caught in the yard. Francois always bragged how his mommy and daddy were coming for him, so I didn't like him either. Samuel and Aventus were nice, though. They took the blame whenever Grelid wanted to give me the belt. And Constance would tuck us in and slip us snacks when Grelid wasn't looking. I don't know why they call Grelid the kind one. Not really. Grelid was so mean. One night, Aurora was crying so loud that she took him to that room that was always locked. I didn't know what was going on. Samuel told me to cover my ears. Then Constance came in and huddled us into a circle. She said we shouldn't be scared. She told us Aurora was going to be fine. I liked her. She was so nice. Then she sang to us. She sang all my favorite nursery songs. She sang pretty loud too. Loud enough you could hear it outside, but I didn't mind. Although I don't think she liked her singing all that much, because when she finished it, it looked like she was crying. Alright. Griffith, what does it mean when people wear amulets of Mara?
They wear it to tell people they want to get married.
Oh, so if I wear one, will you marry me?
Sorry, but I'm a little too old for you.
Oh. Will you at least come to my wedding?
I'd like that.
I like horses. I'd like to ride one when I get a little older.
You've got the wrong house, stranger. The mill owner lives on the other side of the road. I suggest you leave. That's none of your business. Sorry, but I'm not looking for company. I don't have to be. I need to be. Leave us. I'm her guardian. Let's just leave it at that. Did she? I told her not to talk to strangers. What did she tell you? The girl's too trusting for her own good. What of it? Hold on. There's no need for that. It's not what you think. The girl is under my protection. I need a reason to protect a child. For now she is. Has to be. She's got no one else. Now, eventually she'll come of age and no longer be the girl she once was. And the only thing connecting her to her past will be me. That's when I'll say goodbye. Not a second before. The Dark Brotherhood, they're after us. Her and me. I killed one of their contracts. That obvious, huh? Alright. I was once a member of the same organization that hunts me. The Dark Brotherhood. But to be honest, it's not really a story I like to tell. Alright. Leave her out of this. As I said, I was once an assassin for the Dark Brotherhood. One of the best they had. Only, murder wasn't enough for me. When a target is marked, a typical assassin kills without question or remorse. The murder is efficient. A transaction. No different than going to the market. Only, I took things a little bit further. I had what you'd call a procedure. I didn't just stalk my targets. I approached them. I even befriended them. I needed to know the man I killed. Maybe. At least that's the way I see it now. Not so much before. The Dark Brotherhood doesn't take sides. When a hunter tracks game for the butcher, it's not his place to ask if the deer deserves it. Yet, for some reason in the back of my mind, I always assumed they did. Some were less guilty than others, but all were guilty of indifference. Everyday people driven to murder, and the average target never gave two symptoms about what they did. Some even relished in it. This attitude, this unfeeling apathy that infects everyone around us, it needed to be purged. I gained their trust and offered them a drink. The mead was a paralysis poison. Then I bound them and interrogated them until I found it. It was a game. I asked them to name their killer. They always assumed I was talking about me. I was a young boy, living in an old cottage with my parents and older sister. She was about 5 years older than Morrigan, and promised to marry. It was the day of her wedding, when Lord Gabania's men came riding in the field. I'll never forget the way their horses grunted and seethed, as if ready for war. Then the nobleman descended from his horse and made his demands. Some call it the right of first night, as if men of power needed to justify their rape with laws. No, they just took what they wanted. My mother pleaded for mercy. My father reached for his axe. When one of the guards gutted him, all anyone could do was weep. Two of Gabania's men were dragging my sister into the cottage when they passed me by. One of them turned and looked at me, and our eyes met. There wasn't a drop of emotion on that face. That's what I remember most from that night. Not the murder, or the rape, or the screams. It was the face of that guardsman. The face of apathy. That I couldn't forgive. They razed the town. Gabania really just wanted the land and the peasants cleared. When his lot forced themselves on the women, it was just for fun. No, not forced. Toyed with them, defiled them, and murdered their spirit. When they killed them all, they just left me there to watch. I mourned them for days, but my mourning quickly turned to anger. I thirsted for revenge. Yet I was just a boy. My anger alone would never be enough to kill a noble. I performed the Black Sacrament, but the Brotherhood never came. I knew then I was truly alone. And if I wanted vengeance, I had to do it myself. Gabania was out of my reach, but that guard, the one whose face was burned into my memory, that was a man I could kill. I pulled the sword from my own father's chest and watched him spill all over the ground. I kept that sword as a reminder. The blood had dried and crusted over the blade, but I never bothered to polish it. No. Looking back, I was lucky I wasn't a grown man. My size and build forced me to cling to the shadows. A grown man would have used the sword that felled my father to seek some sort of poetic justice. The boy was forced to abandon that for a dagger. I started out by pretending I was a beggar, nagging the guards for coin and bread. Not that it required much acting. My hunger was real. I pestered Gabania's men one by one until I found that face. He didn't recognize me. Of course he didn't. I tracked him day and night, from the barracks to the brothels. It was outside the inn where he was most vulnerable, unloading his mead. That night I hid behind a stack of hay piles. The twin moons were out, and there was no mistaking that face. I crept up behind him as he was pissing on the wall, the sound of the stream masking my footsteps. Then I slid the dagger into his heart, and when he fell to the ground, I turned his face over and cut his mouth into a smile. It was. I stared into that face for what seemed like forever, my body tingling with sensation. It wasn't until I heard that slow, condescending clap that I woke up from my trance. Then I looked up and saw Astrid. One night we received word of a man performing the Black Sacrament in the Rift in Radway. I was to arrange a meeting with him to get information on the target. The man told me of a story of a harlot who had taken everything from him. He wanted her to know the pain and anguish she caused him. Another jilted lover, I thought. Another uncaring woman. My specialty. So I accepted the contract on behalf of the Brotherhood. Tracking her down was easy. She was staying in some old bunkhouse near the Jarl's Keep. She wasn't a harlot. She wasn't even a woman. She was just a girl. Inside her wasn't apathy. It was innocence. The child wasn't even old enough to understand love. At first I thought there was some kind of mistake. Only when I confronted the man, he confirmed her identity. The sick bastard was in love with a child. And so that night, I killed, not for apathy, but for passion, and took the child from Honor Hall. The Dark Brotherhood would eventually try to find her. Once the Black Sacrament has been performed, the mark is eternally cursed by Sithis. The sacrament demands blood, and they will not stop until the blood has been spilled. I've killed so many of my brothers and sisters. Some I even considered friends. It isn't just the Dark Brotherhood. The one who pursues me is Sithis. I broke a tenet, and in doing so, I betrayed him. Now every night, I am left to face his wrath. Imagine, if you will, a room of complete darkness. You have a torch in your hands, but there's no light to speak of. The entire room is as black and cold as the midnight sky. Now imagine that darkness reaching out to you, embracing you into the very void itself. That's Sithis. Nothingness and everything, all in the same form. I'll admit I have grown fond of her. Despite all this happened, she can still make me laugh. My time with her has made me rethink my purpose in life. Perhaps I wasn't meant to be a killer after all. She even has the same dark hair and pale skin like me. She'd pass as my real daughter. But what kind of father could I possibly be? I try not to read too much into it. Children get attached easily. Stay here long enough and she'll probably begin to idolize you. Goodbye. Yes? Kill every nobleman you see. May you be dead 10 minutes before Sithis knows it. Truly know who you are killing, and what you are killing for, before you make the killing blow. Yeah, don't join the Dark Brotherhood. The road it'll take you will be covered in not only the blood of your victims, but of your friends as well. Take care. Yes?
Hello. Alright.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
If the accident never happened, I would be wed to some dashing noble. But how would you ever manage without me, huh?
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
Huh? I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
So what now? Alright, let's trade. You go, I'll follow.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? You lead. I'll follow.
and even a better place to be rescued.
Enjoy your last breath.
You can do?
Pretty face.